Hey guys, so for the last 2 weeks I have been quite unwell. I went to the doctor last Tuesday or Wednesday suffering from fever and dizziness, and she said it was just a viral and just have some Panadol and some cold and flu tablets and try to get over it yourself. And then things got worse, and then I waited a week. I listened to what she said, and then I went to go back to her to see what I can get because it was getting really bad. Tried to walk up to my local doctor's surgery, and yeah, I couldn't breathe properly. So I stopped at the shopping centre. We have a doctor's surgery inside our shopping centre, and I went and saw them. They put me in straight away, and now I've been on steroids the past 3 days, and I have had 2 doses of antibiotics for the past 3 days as well. And in between that, I had a puffer, ventilator, to help me breathe because of my cough attack. So yeah, that's why things haven't been happening so much on here at the moment. But today I'm just going to chat to you guys. I'm going to straighten my hair today. I haven't straightened it since I had it cut, and I'm curious to see what it looks like straight in this style. Also, I'm just casually cleaning up my brushes. This stuff I got for my birthday. It is Artis brush cleaner. It is doing wonders. I have trouble getting foundation out of my brushes just with shampoo and water, but this helps to remove oil-based makeup from brushes, and it's really good for keeping brushes clean in between uses. So if you haven't got time to clean out your brushes, you can just spray it with some of this spray, and it gets them pretty clean and it dries really fast. So as well as straightening my hair today, I am going to give you some tips and tricks on how to get ready quickly in the morning. I'm back at college again, so yay! My classes are actually in the afternoon, but I had this idea when my classes were still in the morning to film a video on some easy ways to get ready in the morning, like when you're running late. So I had that typed up into my iPod. I actually wrote it into my iPod while on the bus months ago, and I hadn't got around to filming it, and then I wanted to film it, but then I got unwell, and yeah, that never happened. So today I'm hopefully going to get that too. But this brush, there's so much crap in it. Look, this is literally all I've cleaned are these brushes, and that's how much gunk is in them. A tip with cleaning makeup from your brushes, you want to get the liquid or the spray up into the bristles of your brush, so not shoot so far away. Try to get it in so the product can work out the makeup. So for example, with this brush, you want to get it into this sort of section. It's going to spray on my computer, so I'm just going to put my hand up against the back of it. There we go. And then I was just rubbing it down into the roots of the brush. Oh, there's a black colour on this one. And little circles, and trying to get as much product out as possible. But yeah, I got so many brushes to clean up because a couple of weeks ago I had a couple of friends come down to stay, and we did makeovers, and I dyed their hair, and it was a pretty good time. And then I had some other friends come down as well, with these friends that were staying over, and we had a house party, and we didn't go to bed until 3 a.m. and one of my friends, she wasn't drinking, she had to go out the next day, so she left the party at 3 a.m. and then just drove home. So I've missed 2 of my Thursday classes. I'm supposed to have a lecture today at 1:30, but because of this stupid infection, I am not allowed to go to anywhere. I'm housebound because the doctor doesn't want the infection to be spread to other people. So yay, fun times. So I've been trying to get my homework done, catch up on what I can at home. So this morning I was just writing ideas for my engaging media unit, and we have a task major task coming up for remediation, then you have to pick one form of media and turn it into a new form of media. So I was looking up some stories and stuff and what I can turn them into. Like, there's one of my favourite books is called Fractured by Megan Miranda, and I really like the end, sort of the conclusion, like the summary of how everything sort of falls into place at the end of the novel. And I'm thinking about maybe turning that into a song or some sort of poem. And then I was looking at the book called Memoir or Memories. I'm not sure. I think it's memoirs or something, of a teenage amnesiac. And I was going to turn that into not really a short film, but a film trailer, because some of the scenes in the story are easy to do at my college because they're like the stairs, and it was easy thing. But then I found out that I think it was like a Japanese company took the idea and turned it into a movie, even though the book wasn't written by an American author. So I'm not sure how that will go. Could you post it into like new media? But I haven't done it. It'll be different to what they've done. I'm not going to look at the movie. I was just looking at the book, so I put that idea on there anyway. And then there's a book I'm reading at the moment. Technically, there's 2 books I'm reading / listening to at the moment. But the one I was referring to is called House Rules by Judy Picoult, and it is such a good book. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I am at chapter 6, in the midst of chapter 6 at the moment. Excuse that. And it is getting so good. The reason that I'm thinking about using this book for this project is that at the beginning of each chapter there's like a murder case, and it's like a summary of the case and how everything eventuated. I have a bad habit of like looking at the end of books, and my friend Jess hates the fact that I just look at the endings. It's a bad habit, but I never actually read the ending, or I read like the last sentence for some reason. It's weird, but something I do. So I looked at the end of the book. I'm like, oh, I wonder how it ends, like how everything works out. So I didn't read it. I just looked back and saw. Why did I spray the dirty paper? I looked back and saw that the last chapter, or so it's sort of like an epilogue-y type thingy, is the case. It's the stories. Like the story I'm reading turns out to be a case, like the other cases that begins each of the chapters. So I'm thinking, when I get to the end of the book, I'm halfway, so I have to like pick up speed reading it so I can use it for this task if I choose to. Turn that into like a news story, so like do like a news report type of thing. So, which is kind of funny because my other unit that I'm studying this trimester is Introduction to Print, which is print journalism, and we're learning how to write articles, and that's what I was also looking up this morning. I was looking up, it's got a lot of don'ts one too, looking up some ideas, or I have an idea. I was looking up some research for my final assignment, which is basically I have to write a full news article. So basically I have to find a story, research, interview people, put everything in the correct practice, and just broke that brush. There we go. And what my topic is going to be like animal cruelty. My mum volunteers at an why did I do that again? I'm really out of it today. She volunteers at the Animal Rescue Op Shop, and they are a no-kill shelter. They raise money they take cats mostly and puppies because they don't want like the barking of the dogs. They take them in from other shelters that do kill their animals, and they raise money and find homes for them. And I did see a video about there was an increase in the number of kittens that were going to counselling, and I screenshotted it on my phone, but then when I went to go look it up to put it into my research document, I couldn't find any trace of it. Like I knew it was 39 News, and I tried putting as many different keywords as possible, but when these drugs kick in, it's like I can't focus and everything just don't work. So I was hesitant to take my medication this morning because I'm just like, I don't really want to get to that. It's like a weird, like your body wants to do things, but your brain, like this part of your, like you can see I look asleep right now, basically asleep. So your body's just like, yeah, let's go, let's do stuff. And then everything else is like, no. So it's annoying because I have stuff to do that I can't do. So I was trying to get as much as I can done this morning before the drugs kicked in, but then the drugs kicked in, and I still wanted to put up a video because I haven't put one up in ages. And yeah, I'll fill you guys in on what's happening. So my sister is currently at an exam, her mock year 11 exams. She's currently doing chemistry. She said she'd be home for 1:30. And I probably should have lunch. I have to have another antibiotic, but I might wait until dinner because I only just had my first antibiotic and my last steroid with breakfast, or before breakfast this morning, and that was only like at 9 o'clock or something like that. So I'm just gonna probably wait until like maybe afternoon tea because I can't have my medication too early because it keeps me awake. I think it was the first night that I had it. I had it in the afternoon around 2 o'clock, and the doctor who saw me, he's like, you have to take it straight away because these medications do have a tendency to keep people up. And I thought, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't usually go to bed until like 11 anyway. I should be fine. Yeah, I didn't go to bed until 2:30 in the morning. Like, I was doing everything in my power to fall asleep, and nope. It was not going to happen. So yesterday I had to take it again. I was like, ugh. And because I sleep in, because I don't get to sleep until like late, so then I'm like not getting up until like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then it's like a cycle because like I have to be up early to get it early so I can go to sleep, but because I go to bed late, I wake up late, and then it just doesn't work, basically. So, yeah, I got really tired in the afternoon. Like, I was trying to get some homework done. I was, like, really ready. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll jump in the shower, you know, do my hair and jump on the computer and do some research and get these documents ready to be read so I can do my portfolio and all this stuff. And, yeah, no, I basically lied on the couch with my blanket and a pillow and lied back on the recliner, and that was it. I tried falling to sleep because I was listening to a podcast, Not Too Deep, the Gabby Show. They had a Halloween special, and oh my god, have I got a story. They were talking about ghosts and possessions and all this stuff, and then I thought I heard something in my headphone, like just on my left side. I thought I heard like a voice, and I'm just like, shit. Was there like a ghost on set? Because they were saying that they was having problems with their sound, and I thought like something cut through the sound microphone, that's what I'm looking for, when it like came into the microphone, and then I'm like, what the hell? So I like sit up, like I'm like out of it completely. I'm just like lying there and like not asleep, but like, you know, in the midst of, and not paying attention to the outside world. So I go to sit up, open my eyes, and go to rewind my computer to see if it came up, and then my sister's just standing just in front of me where the TV is, and I like freaked the hell out because I'm like, oh, it was just her asking me a question, and because of what was going on the TV, see, I told you I'm out of it, on the podcast, I thought it was a ghost, and it was just her asking who put the washing machine on. And another of us put the washing machine on, but then we remembered that Dad puts his clothes on a timer, so they'll be ready for when he goes to work, because he has work like at 5 o'clock and 5:30 in the morning. He gets up at 5:30 to leave at 6:30, something like that. He gets up really early, so he has to have his clothes ready, so he puts it on in the middle of the day when nobody's usually home or nobody's doing their washing, so he has clean clothes. So yeah, it wasn't any paranormal activity, though it was kind of funny. I just lost it, and I'm just like, I thought there was a ghost. And no, it wasn't. Alright, last brush. This eyebrow brush has gone through it though. I did get a new one in. I just ordered a whole bunch of brand new brushes on Wish, and they are some nice makeup brushes, because my pink set, they're like dead. That one broke, and then like the paint is like coming off them. I had them like since year 11, and I got high use from a makeup course, and I only have a small, my Nude by Nature ones are like only a small pack. They're only a small pack, so I haven't got any brushes there, so I just got some new kits and stuff. So yay! Well, they're clean now, so yes, so I can move on to that. I put some photos up on Instagram the first time that I got it cut, like the day after I got it cut, and it was a really cool photo. And then I put up a photo, I think a day or two later, where I wanted to have red foils, but at that point in time, after all the partying we did and all the money we spent on like food and drinks and stuff, I didn't have any money, so I went to put red foils in my own hair, like not foils, so I was going to string it, so I put like a streaking kit, and the actual nozzle that causes like the lines to streak it didn't work. Like I'm trying, like I split up my own hair, and my sister had gone for a nap because she had work that afternoon and she just was really tired after dancing and stuff because it was Saturday. So I'm like, whatever, what I'll do is I'll use cling wrap and I'll split my hair up into like 6 sections, like two here, and up in my layers, because I wanted it, like as I had my hair come down, like I wanted all different like shades of red in my layers. So I did it, as I was trying to streak it to brush through, it just ended up brushing through, and I was kind of annoyed because I didn't want it to ombre again, because I've had so many freaking ombres done, usually like blonde, and then I've like put red over the top or pink over the top, and I'm like, I really wanted something different. I want an actual like deep red. But I'm like, whatever, you've put the colour on now, you have to go with it. So I went and basically dip dyed my layers and in my fringe and stuff. You can't really, you can sort of see in the sliding, if I can hear you can. But what happened was, I thought it hadn't worked, cause this came out really dark. I'm like, oh well, that was a waste of $15, and I like got really upset. I'm like, I had so much effort, like nobody was there to help me. It was emotional time, I know. Just hair, I realised it was really silly afterwards. My hair is just like falling out everywhere as well. Did brush it, but because it gets curly, it just gets knotty and then it just wants to fall out. But then as I kept washing it, like you wash it out and then all the colour is supposed to come through and you get the next colour, what colour it's supposed to be. I have a problem that everything just goes dark even though it's supposed to lighten up my hair. So anyway, I was washing, it was weird. Anyway, I was washing out my hair and I thought I got it all out and I didn't see a change. I was like annoyed. So anyway, I kept washing it and a colour kept coming out my conditioner. I'm like, oh, so the colour isn't completely out yet. So I think about another like a week or two. Like, so I'm washing every like once or twice a week my hair, depending on how everything's going with it, what I've done to it. So it's just stopped having pink in my conditioner and in my shampoo. And in like most lights now, this one isn't like the best lighting, I get like burgundy highlights and it looks really nice. Like I wanted just to lift it a little with my new layers and stuff. But I do want to get a whole lot of dimension put into my hair at some point, as in I get a whole bunch of different foils and different colours, but just in the bottom, like just in my layers, so like that far in my layers, just different colours. So when I like have my hair all curly, all the different colours like swirl together, but just in the ends. I wanted it for ages, but money, you know, you don't have the money, you can't do things. Okay, I think that's as good as I'm going to get for right now. See why I wanted to straighten it? It's a mess. The amount of volume I get in this though. So yeah, look at this hair. I've got to put it in the bin. By bin, I mean flush it down the toilet. It works though. Like, it's easy to get rid of that way. Okay. Sorry, Dad, in advance for me just chilling on your bed. Anyway, I got some 200% proof patent pending flat liner Osis. Yep, iron serum. So it lasts up to 30%. It lasts 30% long. It's 200 degrees heat proof. 200, I honestly can't read today. Flat liner, iron serum, 200 degree heat proof ingredients for up to 30% longer lasting ultra flat style. Smooths and reduces frizz and protects against humidity, preconditions and repairs for even results. Steam roll your curls for extra flat styles. Spray on dry hair prior to use with flattening irons. Salon exclusive. I think my cousin gave it to me. Like, she used to like throw out her makeup and I just used to take it, like any like old stuff that she didn't want anymore. Like half of it was still good, like this can't really go off. And since I just got it cut and I'm still trying to grow it out, I asked her to keep as much length as possible because I did cut my fringe myself and not well, we tried to fix it. It's now a side fringe. It was a front fringe, but it's now a side fringe. It went through an identity crisis, my hair. So we had it as a front fringe. Jennifer helped me cut it, and we trimmed my own ends, and it looked good for a bit, and I had to have it straight most of the time, or just have the front fringe part straight. And then I wanted to get it trimmed, and then I trimmed it myself, and then it got short, and then I tried to fix it, and then it got everywhere. Oh, no. What happened was Jennifer cut it, and then I wanted to get it restyled because I liked it, so I went to the hairdresser and asked her, I showed her a photo because it did get long, if she could do it the same way as what we did, and she did a pretty good job, and I was really happy with it. So then I decided to just trim it myself, and yeah, when trying to find partings is really hard when your hair is layered and you don't want to cut into the wrong sections. Let's just say I had little bits under here that were really short that weren't supposed to be cut, and I just let it grow for a little bit, and then it needed to be trimmed again. Like, my ends got so dry, so I went in and asked her not to cut too much when I got my fringe done. I just wanted to get the split ends and my layers put back in because they've grown over into each other, but they were really bad up in the back of my head. So I found a really pretty photo of this sort of hair that came down to here. It was like curled and had like nice big, well, not big curls, but it looked pretty. So, and it had like just nice layers, and had a long side fringe. It sort of came from my part and came like under, and I was trying to grow my fringe out again. I needed a style that would match what I sort of had already. So the lady's like, yeah, we can do this. Your fringe is slightly shorter than the photo, but we can cut it to match. And she thinned it out for me because it was so thick. So then that happened. She did it all, and yeah. So I probably need to go get like half an inch. Well, I don't really want, it's not really that bad. That's why I'm trying to use like the heat protectors and stuff in it. And I haven't really been doing anything with my hair. It's just looking really nice, just up. Because all these lower sections are like, look at these little ringlets. I'm going to go and brush my hair through with this to try to smooth it down a little bit and get the heat protectant into all the layers. I have been binging on Scrubs the last couple of weeks. Okay, the last couple of days. I got through all of disc 1 of season 2, and then almost another disc was disc 2 of season 2. I almost finished as well, and I finished season 1. It's going really good. I'm really liking it. I've also been watching, I've been watching The Mysteries of Laura on the Universal channel, and oh my god, that show is so funny. It's so good. And there's like an ad that's going around on Foxtel. It's got the lady from Law & Order SVU, Olivia Benson, and Laura Diamond. And then I don't watch Chicago PD, Fire, Medical. But they had the girl from that, and it's like the coolest like ad for their shows. Like, in love with it. So yeah, that's what I've been watching. We also watched Big Fish. Jennifer and I have been. Oh, I've got to get hair like this. Anywho, back to Big Fish. So, Big Fish made me cry. What was that sound? I knew that I've seen it in the past, but I couldn't remember it. Side note, Miley Cyrus is in it, and she's like really little. But yeah, I knew of the movie. I knew it was a Tim Burton film, and I remember like bits and pieces of. I never remembered the story. And Jennifer's like, "Oh yeah, I remember it. It's a good film. Let's watch it and let's chill out." Oh my god, the amount of hair that is coming out of my head is ridiculous. So anywho, she knew the movie, and she was just like, "Oh god, I know the ending. I'm going to cry." I'm just like, we haven't even put it on yet. And my uncle's like, "Oh yeah, it gets slow on some bits," and I'm like, okay. Jennifer's just a little emotional with movies anyway, so I'm just going to be like, okay, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, because she knew the ending, there was scenes where it was getting like a little emotional, she was remembering things, and she was like tearing, and she was just like, no. And then once we got to the bit where she was talking about like, where she said she would cry, I just start bawling my eyes out. We're like sitting there, all of a sudden I'm like looking at the TV and it's like dripping, and I'm just like, oh god, this movie. Like, I didn't know that it was going to be that emotional. But it was good. Like, I enjoyed it, even though it was hella sad. Okay. So this is going to take a little bit, and I've already hit like half an hour sitting here chatting. So it's probably going to take another half an hour to get my hair done. So I will get back to you once this is finished. Okay, so my hair is done. It took good part of an hour to get done. Over 45 minutes. And I haven't put the hairspray in yet. I haven't put any of the humidity blocker through yet. I haven't brushed it. I've just been using like combs and defrizzing, curling, like hair drying brushes. But yeah, this is what my hair looks like straightened. It's great. And there is layers in here. I'm just really happy with how it's looking at the moment. Oh yeah. And I'll put like it looks like I got a little bit of body in there, which I don't like super straight hair. I like some form of something. That's why I like cutting my hair in layers. I will be filming the makeup stuff that I said I would, but I'm going to put it in a separate video because the first part of what I recorded is going to take a bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put up that random stream of consciousness like update thingy, edit that, and then I did record myself straightening my hair, and I was going to stick that into fast forward. Like, I had music playing. I'm going to keep the sound on most likely, and it's going to be funny. I'm going to put that up as another video, and then this makeup side of it I will put as another video, so stay tuned. Be subscribed to my channel so you can get all these stuff that I'll be doing today, if the drugs let me, because I am starting to get tired again. But we'll see how we go. Hopefully I can get what I want done. Anywho guys, I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!